Hello, you guys. Hopefully, this setup here works because I'm trying to get on my professional YouTube shit. Right? So, you guys are set up on the tripod. I said a tripod. You guys are set up on the tripod. The ring light is not on because of all these other lights, but just know, if need be, I can use the ring light. Anyways, we're in front of the bookshelf, right? The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth is out. We're not reading this because I already read this. We are reading Jamie Day, The Block Party. I asked my mother to pick a book off the shelf so I could start because yesterday, it's 3 o'clock, it's like 2:30 in the morning. So yesterday afternoon, maybe about like 7:30 maybe, I finished Car Down. I finished Frederick Bachman's Anxious People. I enjoyed Anxious People, okay? So I asked her to pick me a book so I could start, and she picked The Block Party by Jamie Day. The reason why this is out is because I was looking at the book when she picked it, and I see that Sally Hepworth has a blurb on the back. She says, utterly engrossing. People will devour this book. Jamie Day is one to watch. And Miss Sally Hepworth, she is I was gonna do the whole Goodreads thing, but I don't feel like it. I read 3 books from Sally Hepworth already. 2 on audio. I read this one physically. I had an opportunity to buy The Good Wife by Sally Hepworth and I didn't pick it up. That was kind of a bummer. But I'm 3 books in for Sally Hepworth. So anything, I'll pick up whatever she says. So, The Block Party by Jamie Day. This is a summer read, right? Now, I have read 15 books this month, okay? I have read 15 books this month. I enjoy them. I really did. Hold on. I really did enjoy this reading month that I had. I had some duds, which I'm really hoping that I do a reading wrap-up video because I'm excited to talk about the books that I read. I'm actually excited to talk about the books that I read. So hopefully today's the 24th. I want to make this the last book I read this month. I want to make this the last book I read this month. I do have a book on audio that I'm listening to, which is The White Guy Dies First. That little collection of stories. I did not know that that was a collection of stories. I thought it was an actual novel, but either way, so I have that on audio, and I've been reading physically. Now, I listen to audiobooks when I'm at work, right? So I work 8 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. So I try to stretch my audiobooks at work at least like 2 to 3 days. 2 days the most, if I'm being honest. I listen to audiobooks on 1.3 speed. So not fast, but like not slow either. And I typically pick I kind of just find like whatever's on Libby, to be honest, or some of the books I read this month. If I was enjoying it enough that I want to continue right away, I like look for the audio, or I just like grab the random book on Libby and read that and listened to that. So that's how that's how I found The White Guy Dies First. But I did not notice that it was a short story collection. I don't know how I feel about short story collections. This one has 13 books, 13 short stories, and I really think I'm on the last one. And that's my thing with audiobooks, right? I can't just sit in my room and listen to an audiobook. I can't do that. I'm not that kind of reader where I could just like play an audiobook while laying in bed type shit. I have to be doing something. So I'm not gonna start that again until I am doing some lawn work tomorrow. Today it's fucking 2:30. So maybe I'll finish that. Or I'll just you see, that's the thing. I could finish it, or I could listen to some tunes. Like, let's be for real. But until I go to work, I'm really not gonna want to listen to an audiobook. Like, it's just is what it is. But Jamie Day, The Block Party, it is a summer read. I forgot. I went into that entire tangent because I don't think I read any summer reads this month. I think I mainly focused on Pride because it is Pride Month, Audi. I think I really focused on my Pride reads. I think I focused on my Pride reads this month, and nothing was like, if I remember correctly, nothing was very summery. Nothing was very summery. No, I'll have to double check. But I don't think I read any summery books this month. So we're gonna start summer off with The Block Party. It is, I'll read you the entire thing. You'll die if you miss it. And Ellen Hildebrand said, like a firecracker on a hot summer night. We want a summer read. Anywho, it says, this summer, meet your neighbors. The residents of this exclusive cul-de-sac on Alton Road appears to be living idyllic lives, but underneath the surface, they'll all entangled in a web of lies and scandals. Now, I like domestic-y, I like family dramas. Like, I like those domestic shits, those domestic thrillers. I really like husband-wife dynamics. I really like it if it's like, I don't know how I feel about children in books, but like a teenager that like doesn't sound whiny, because I don't like whiny shit in books. I don't like whiny stuff. So if I like it, I like family shit, I like those stuff. So this might be a good, So, okay, at the annual summer block party, the only thing more dangerous than the desserts are the neighbors, and this year murder is on the menu. But who is the killer and why do they kill? The answer lies 1 year earlier, when the rivalries and betrayal first unfold, and the residents of Alton Road each discover nothing and no one is ever as it seems. So, I live in a cul-de-sac. And I would say it's exclusive enough because, like, all the houses are, they're not identical, but you can tell that this cul-de-sac, the houses were modeled after each other. So, I'll enjoy that. And also, this summer, meet your neighbors. I don't know any of my neighbors. We do have a cute little rapport with the people like directly across from us. And the old man that lives right next to us this way. He has like, we have talked about things. Like, he's seen me bringing books and shit, and he asked me like what I read and stuff, and he's seen me cut the grass. Listen, I'm not one of those gays that can do lawn work. However, I did grow up outside, like I was an outside kid. So I have the bandwidth to like mow the lawn, trim the I know how to do the shit. I don't want to do it, you know what I mean? I don't want to do it. Just because you know how to do something doesn't necessarily mean you want to do it. So I have my grandfather to thank for that. Rest in peace. On the other hand, my childhood was a lot of manual labor, you know what I mean? So today, I gotta get up early. I'm not going to sleep though, because I kind of slept all day. I had me a fat fucking headache, okay? I had me one of the fattest headaches that I had in a minute, and I took a lot of fucking pills, okay? And like nothing would work. I just woke up, went to sleep, woke up, went to sleep, and then the last time I woke up, I just like popped a lot of pills and popped a lot of headache stuff, a lot of Advil. It was just like, my head was fucking pounding. So I can't go back to sleep. I'm literally not tired. That's how I know that I would be wasting my time by attempting to go to sleep. So I'm going to start the block party. This will be the only book I read in this vid. If you want to see the hardcover, you know, this will be the only book I read in this video, because like I said, I want to make this the last book, this and the audiobook that I have, the last books I read of this month, because if I'm being so honest, I'm tired. I need a break. I've read 15 books this month, and I think this would be the most books I read this year in a month. I don't think I've read past 15 books this month. Anywho, The Block Party by Jamie Day. Let's start it. Hello you guys, it is 6:20 in the morning. I have not slept. I said I was not going to sleep. I'm in the garage, going to the gym, and then I told y'all I have a lot of work to do. I told y'all that I have a lot of work to do, so I'll do that. I'm walking with Block Party. I'm walking with The Block Party. Just for when I finish my workout and I'm sitting in the car, just decompressing, I could read a chapter. I want to read this book physically, so I'm not going to get the audio. I really wish I had a Kindle, because the book is I went to check it. I always do this. I went to check to see if it was on Libby, and of course it is, the audio and the Kindle version. I really wish I had a Kindle, because I realized I've been craving like reading more comfortably. Like my reading chair, I need to hurry up and go to the gym. My reading chair, I'm getting rid of that. So I'm looking for a more comfortable chair. But on top of that, I want to start reading in my bed. And like, I want to start reading in my bed, and holding up a book in bed. You can do it, but like, I was trying to read Shadow of the Gods, The Shadow of Gods by John Gwynne in my bed. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Pre-workout. I also smoked. You could say smoke. I smoked. That's my second. Oh my gosh. That's my second form of pre-workout. I have never gone to the gym sober. I have never gone to the gym sober. I have gym trauma, okay? I have gym trauma from high school, so I'm a smoke before I go to the gym. End of day. Quick update. I'm only on chapter 3, if I'm being so honest. After I recorded the introduction, I completely doom scrolled. I doom scrolled. Something about starting a book. I don't care if like the ending of the book, I give the book 5 stars. The beginning of a book, starting a book is just, I hate starting a book. Anyways, I gotta go to the gym. Toodaloos. Ladies and gentlemen, I just had me an amazing workout. Okay? I was in the gym for like 45 minutes. And in the beginning of my workout, right? One song by Lil Wayne came on. And that song right there, anytime that song comes on in my playlist, it's time to go. It is time to eat, okay? And I just went hard. Bro. And I went to the gym last 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been again. So I need to, that song right there, when I tell you, that song made me go, Brody. That song made me go, okay? And I too much TMI, okay? So it is now going up at 8 o'clock. I was gonna continue reading, but I'm gonna cut the grass first because I don't want to do that all day. I have to go to work tomorrow. So, we're gonna start that. Okay guys, it is 1:30 in the PM. I am taking me a little break because this shit is hot as fuck, okay? It is 90 degrees outside, 90, and the highest it is going to reach is 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, okay? So I'm hungry. I'm gonna make me a little avocado toast, and then for about 30 or 45 minutes, I'm going to get into the block party. I'm going to, I haven't picked up the audio. I've been listening to music while I cut the grass because I want to read this physically. I just want to sit and read. Hopefully, if I finish before the sun goes down, I could blow off the grass, and then we bought a new umbrella for our outside table. Maybe I could put that in and sit outside and read. What do we think about that? Anyways, I'm gonna make my toast because I'm hungry. Later. Hello, you guys. What if I tell you that I have not picked up this book? I lied. I was about to lie again. So, what if I say I have not been reading consistently in 2 days? However, I have been picking up a chapter here and there in the last 2 days. It is now going up on 12 o'clock, and my day indeed is coming to an end because I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta go to work in the morning, you know what I mean? So I'm just reading a little bit before I'm literally on chapter 7. Like, and this was I kind of knew. So here's the thing, right? I started this on Monday night at that. I started this Monday night, right? Tuesday, I cut the fucking grass, and that shit took the life out of me. That shit took the life out of me, okay? So I did that on Tuesday. Wednesday, I went back to work. Thursday, I went back to work. Friday, I'm going to work. Saturday, I'm going to work. Sunday, I'm going to work. So, like, the only time I get to read is Monday, Tuesday when I'm not on work, and after work. Like, there's no time for me to read before work. I mean, there is, but like the brain's not all there at 5-6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not picking up a novel, you know what I mean? But maybe I should. So like I said, I'm 7 chapters in. I'm enjoying it so far. Here's the thing, right? Because I already see that this is going to be a problem. I typically don't need to look up words when I'm reading a book. Like, I've always been able to like suss out the definition of a word based on how it's been used. I'm just that bitch, right? I've had to look up 3 words already. I'm on chapter 7. I had to look up 3 words already. Oh! I had to look up 3 words already. And I was like, are we using big words for the sake of using big words? Like, because I looked up some of these words and like, me personally, I would have used other words. But like you went for that, I don't know, down there niche word. Like I had to look up because it didn't fit in the fucking sentence, and like I low-key knew what the author was trying to say, but I was just like, no. This is a sleeping shirt. Don't talk about the holes. Anyways, what else? So we're going between past and present, where I need to go back into the like chapter 1 to see if this happened, because I just read 2 chapters from the daughter Letty's POV like section, and her stuff was in first person. And then I went to the next chapter, and it hit me that now it's in third person, but I'm pretty sure we're in the same timeline. I'm pretty sure we're still in... maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a past present thing that I missed. Maybe somewhere along the page I missed the transition between past and present, but whatever. We had our murder already in chapter 1. So it kind of happened like right off the bat. Did I even tell you what the book is about? I think I did in the earlier clips. Yeah. I just wanted to like have something recorded. So I picked up the camera. I'm gonna finish this chapter, then I'm going to sleep. Hello, you guys. It is Friday. It is 4:33 in the PM. I just finished the work. I want to go buy some books. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna buy some books. We're gonna buy some books. We're gonna go to the bookstore. I'll see you guys there. Good morning. Good morning. It is 7:45. I am in the work parking lot. I came here a bit early. I've been coming to work a bit early, sitting down, reading through. I have not updated y'all a tad bit at all. This video, if I even post it, sporadic, okay? Anyways, I'm on chapter 36, right? And I want to say the book made these... First of all, the family I'm following, not interesting. The family I'm following is not interesting at all. They're interesting because they're in everyone else's business, but they're not interesting themselves, right? And I don't know. There's this weird thing that, so in the daughter's POV, it's in first person, but when you go to the mother's POV, it's in third person. And I don't know why that's not working for me. I don't know. But the book made these people seem so... the family seems so smart, like especially the daughter, and now some things are happening, and she's just like oblivious. Like she's, I don't know why her thought has not gone to the most obvious, but like it almost seems intentional. Like I need to think of everyone else before I get to him, so that the story could prolong. I guess that was kind of spoilery because I said him, but nevertheless, I don't know. It just made it like seem completely cheap. Like I don't know. Like all these things took place in the first couple of chapters, and then the last couple of chapters that I've done, the last maybe like 4 or 5 chapters where things really like escalated, her mind is not reflecting on the stuff that took place earlier, but like she's going out of her way to think out of the box. And I'm just like, absolutely not. Like, you're supposed to be smarter than that, babe. You're supposed to be smarter than that. And you're doing this, so... Like, I think I would have preferred, like, like... Because here's the thing, right? The person that's doing the do did some of the stuff with her in the first couple of chapters. So now that stuff are taking place, I don't know why she hasn't like put this together. I would have liked if she put it together and he and she is like having a turf war, so to speak, like but now she's playing this stupid cat and mouse game, but like there's no need for it. I don't know what's anyways, I got 10 minutes before I gotta go inside. Chapter 36. I'm gonna pick up the audio, okay? I'm gonna pick up the audio. It's the 29th. The month ends tomorrow. I want to finish this before the end. I'm gonna pick up the audio. And so that I can add it to my monthly wrap up, because I want to do a monthly wrap up. Tomorrow I want to sit down and film a monthly wrap up and hopefully get that up the first week of July. But yeah, so this when I finish the book, I'm gonna explain why this almost like I didn't expect this to be what it was. The block party, when I read the synopsis and the blurbs, I low-key thought I was gonna get like a summer slasher, you know, like a summer slasher like film. Summer slasher stuff, but this rarely gave summer, and it is set in summer, but it didn't give what it like. So the block party, I've been to the block party once, and that's in the past. I've been to the block party in the past, as in the book started off in the past, and now it's now domestic-y, like it's very domestic thriller. It's very family mess. It's very although it's set in summer, like it's in, actually I lied. We're at New Year's where we did a whole year. So I don't know what I expected summer camp. I expected sleepaway camp vibes, like summer slasher, like there's some scary stuff going on, but it's not I don't know. When the whodunit get, and also here's the thing, I'm not trying to solve this. Because I thought it was going to be a summer slasher. I read this as you watch a summer slasher film, like you don't necessarily want to know who it is, but like you're watching. So I'm not trying to solve it, but I'm paying attention, and I don't think I'm gonna be gagged. I don't think I'm going to be gagged. I'm saying that right now. I don't think I'm going to be gagged. Like, I can find the audio and listen to this. I'm on chapter 36. Listen to this the first 2-3 hours of my shift, and I don't think I'm going to be gagged. I don't think I'm going to be gagged, and it's going to upset me. It's going to upset me, but I gotta go in. I stayed here. I stayed past my 10 minutes, so I gotta go in. Oh, I'll see y'all in 8 hours. Like, I'll see y'all in 8 hours. Like, this is the day. This is my day. I will see y'all in 8 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 hours later, and I have finished work, okay? I have not only finished work, but I grabbed me the audio so I can finish this, and I finished it, and 3 stars. 3 stars. If I'm being so honest, I would give this a 2.75, but I really, really, really don't mind giving it the 3. This book here tries to portray that the characters inside this here novel are smart, are resourceful, that they're quick with their quips and their whips, and no. Because you tell me that they're so smart, and they're so, and you know, they're intelligent, and they could suss this out. When it comes down to it, and you don't do it, you don't live up to the smartness. You don't live up to the level of intelligence that this book tries to make me think you have. It's an absolute no-go for me. This book here, I like the flow of the timeline, okay? I liked how the timeline flowed. It went from past to present, and then we caught up to the past, quote to speak, right? We caught up to the past, and the story was all right. The story was all right. The ending was so lackluster. The ending was so that's it. If there was a rating for this is what this would get. It would get a because I don't know, this really wasn't the block party. I could tell you one thing, we were barely on the block. We visited the block. We did, because we lived there. We lived on the block. However, the block party was so lackluster. It was so lackluster. When I get home, I'll give you guys a book haul, because I went to the bookstore on Friday. So I'll give you guys a haul. 3 stars. When I go home, I'll also pick me up another book. It is fucking hot, okay? It is 98 degrees. It is fucking hot. Anyways, that's the end of this well, no, I'll end the video after the books. I'll show y'all the books, okay? Later. It's the next day. I didn't give y'all the haul. I'm giving y'all the haul now. wrapping up the video, and then I'll try to post it today because I also have to record my June wrap up. So, okay. So, I finished the block party, and what I say, 3.5, or did I say 3? I think I gave it a 3, yeah. I gave this a 3. It was fine, okay? It was fine. My main problem was overall just the characters. The characters and the story itself, like the components of the story was fine. The coming together was not fine. And then the family that we were following, just they weren't the most interesting family. Like when you're reading and you're finding out about the other families, you kind of wish you were following them instead of this one. But whatever. 3.5. I'll log it as a 3. So now the haul. I went to Books A Million and then the Bargain Bookstore, which I call the Bargain Bookstore. I don't have a Bargain Bookstore, but I call the dollar store the Bargain Bookstore because $1.25 is a bargain for a book. So first, Books A Million, I got The Killer in Mia. Look at this cover. I got The Killer in... This is not where I tell y'all what the books are about, but just know the books were purchased. So, okay, by Margaret Harrison. And then, which I'm upset that I bought this so late into Pride, The Boyfriend Subscription by Steven Salvatore. And then The Blame Game by Sadie Jones. I already read The Guilt Trip by Sadie Jones. I enjoyed this well enough. I think I read this around Thanksgiving. So yeah, I read this. And now we have The Blame Game. And then Sophomore. I think this is another Pride book. Then An Ocean Without Shore, or Ocean Without a Shore. This is another Pride book. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Gay. And the last book is The Yield. So, this is my haul. This is the book that we read. I'll see y'all in the wrap up.